So today was the Black History Month initiative. It's a commemoration of the contribution of black people in the history of the country, of our community, but in particular with a focus on challenges that ethnic minorities are facing within the community and in football in general.
I think it's important to see that there is a steer from an organisation like the FA, the Lancashire FA, to show they're not paying just lip service, but they're actually looking behind what Black History Month means and what role they have as a governing body to ensure that goes right through to the grassroots level, and at the same time receiving feedback from those people right at the grassroots level, all the club affiliations, the coaches and staff and so forth, and the community members to understand what are the real nitty-gritty problems where Lancashire FA can help.
So I'm into my second season now. I've refereed 170 games. It will be 12 months end of next week. But one thing about that is that over those 170 games, right, 168 of those games, I've never seen a black manager on the touchline. I think part of it is the historical, glass ceiling that has been there, and is part of accessibility of those roles and seeing role models as well within those roles. We have a lot of players who have played at the highest level, but very few of them make it to the managerial level. Could it be it's because they don't have that support, or they are not supported to take that route when they finish, when they retire?
The elephant in the sector is the racism, and I think that it's subtle, it's deadly, you don't see it. So therefore I think that needs to be addressed, and that the only way that can be addressed is by having that awareness, but having conversations and having board members that are representative, but bringing in their lived experience. It's really, really important, and it shouldn't be the one-off. I mean, we saw this synergy, and I think that we really need to have them difficult conversations, and I think that the frustration that was in the room came out, and I thought that was really good.
We might know who Winston Churchill is, we might know who Margaret Thatcher is, we might know who Florence Nightingale is, we might know about the First World War, the Second World War, but do we know about Mary Seacole? Do we know about Marcus Garvey? Do we know about Linda Bellis, for example? Do we know about what happened in the late 80s at the general election when people like Paul Boateng came to prominence through the electoral system? And that doesn't always get taught. And sometimes we just got to stop and reflect and think, well, why doesn't it get taught?
In terms of minority groups being represented in the FA, I think that needs to come to the surface. I think there's a lot of work to be done. I think a lot of work is happening, but I think what we've identified is it's not hitting those communities, it's not effective, we're not getting the right people at the table, we're not moving things in the right direction. And I think today's event has raised that. We've got the right people in the room, we've got the right panel, we've got the right representation. They spoke out passionately. They put the points across that are actually quite effective, points across that need to be sort of implemented. And I think if we work together as a team and we are all on the same page, I think something can be done, because we have the resources, we have the reach, we have the capacity.
We were able to bring in great people like Zed, Hamza, Hamida, and others in the room, and that really, and the whole idea of these advisory boards was to, first of all, for us as Lancashire FA Executive and Board, to be able to take things to them, projects, ideas that we had, test it with them, land it with them, see how it goes down.
Where we are now, obviously there's a lot of work to be done. I see work being done. My boys, my youngest, who's actually currently in an academy, it's a lot better. It can be better, but certainly now we've got to work so hard to make sure we don't go back to the stage where, for me, it wasn't good.
Well, I thought we were absolutely fantastic. It's what we need at this time. Lancashire FA are going to help to support it. It was just absolutely brilliant. Just what we need. It's so important that we find these people, because they're the ones that are doing it every day and they're trying to inspire. Now, if the FAs come in, sit alongside them, we're going to get that message a lot easier.